Good morning, campers. It's day 3 of the International Rebellion.
Hi there, I'm Peter Batt, and I'm a journalist. This was me reporting on one of the early Extinction Rebellion protests on London's Waterloo Bridge. I walked out of mainstream journalism in 2013 because I wanted to escape the media bubble dominated by people with a very right-wing agenda. We face loads of serious challenges: climate change, rising inequality, failing democracy, and we have a press and media that's often so partisan that its only function is to toe the party line. So after 20 years in print journalism, I swapped my notepad for a camera. Met some interesting people. Some of them you might know.
I'm Peter Hayne. I've just come from the House of Lords.
Yeah, whatever people's view is on Brexit.
We deregulated the financial...
Well and truly over.
Yes.
It varies as we go through ISA.
We do only have a few years to turn this around.
Met quite a lot of police officers.
Well, that's ridiculous. You're just making it up.
And saw a few other things which frankly defy description.
We need to save the English forests. Africa, the planet, it's all burning.
My last actual job was as managing editor of an international ethical business magazine, when I still had short hair and looked vaguely like a responsible member of the community. I left that without a job to go to, which was a bit scary, but I'm pleased I did, because it's often only by jumping off the daily treadmill that we're able to see what's really important. I took the opportunity to research part 1 of my book, Psychopath Economics. It was a life-changing experience for me because it became clear that the social, economic and ecological exhaustion we're witnessing today is simply part of a repeating cycle, the rise and fall of human civilizations. And the need to understand this is as urgent as it's ever been. Previous civilizations were regional, and so the survivors of collapse could simply move on to pastures new. Today's civilization, however, is global, so we have nowhere to escape to. However, the way our belief systems work creates a major barrier to widespread public understanding of this. The way we are sold happiness, the symbols and narratives in which we are encouraged to invest emotions, often blind us from obvious facts. As a strange friend of mine once said, belief limits the mind. Powerful interests seek to divert our gaze from injustice and environmental collapse, and they have both the means to create belief systems that hold our attention and the media via which to ensure they're constantly in our minds. And as the consequences of social division and environmental destruction become more obvious, the more extreme the emotional manipulation needed to maintain our attention. And these are not new observations, but such are the challenges we face that we cannot afford to be taken in by this any longer. The need for genuine, inquiring journalism is greater today than it's ever been.
The grasping that people are not moved by fact or reason, but by the manipulation of emotion. To instill, in your words, consumption as an inner compulsion.
That irrelevant objects could become powerful emotional symbols of how you wanted to be seen by others. In 1939, Edward Bernays, Sigmund Freud's nephew, created a vision of a future world in which the consumer was king. It was at the World's Fair in New York, and Bernays called it Democracity. It was one of the earliest and most dramatic portrayals of a consumerist democracy, a society in which the needs and desires of individuals were read and fulfilled by business and the free market.
We need somehow to break this cycle. This is me doing my bit.